Hey y'all, I want to share this graph with you. First off, let's look at the headline up at the top. The dollar has dropped against a basket of other currencies to its lowest level since October. Well, if we look at this graph from the USDollar Index, it does show us that in October we were down to almost 100. I don't know what the point is. I don't know any of this, what the actual stuff means on the graph, but I understand that this is where we were in October. And then in April, we were there, as you can see in the red marks. So we aren't as low as we were in October. We have dropped, yes, that's for sure. But if you take a look at the whole graph, you pull back out a whole year, from April of 2024 to April of 2025, you'll see all of the fluctuations that we've had with the dollar. We have been at 102, and then we have been at 110. And so there are lots of fluctuations. The dollar has been low before. In fact, we are right almost at the point where we were a year ago at 102, about 100. So what I'm trying to say is let's not panic, y'all. Everything always has ebbs and flows, things go up and down, but let's not get caught up in headlines, fear-mongering, and everything like that. Okay, now let's look at this chart. It is the 10-year average of the Dow Jones Industrial Average, and it will show that on March 14th, 2025, we closed at 41,488. And then March 15th, 2015, we closed or opened at 17,751. Now, as you can see, that's a whole lot lower than where we have been today and in the last handful of years. We closed at 37,000, I think, on Friday. And I just checked, it's Sunday, April 6th, and I don't even know what time it is, but it's in the evening. And I just checked, and it's at 37,200, something like that. So what I want to suggest is that everyone take a step back and just look at the whole history of at least the last 10 years. And you can see that there's lots of climbing, there's some drops, there's big climbs, and there's bigger drops. We have heard this in the news before. The Dow Jones has hit its had its biggest drop, or it's had its, it's fallen 10% or whatever. And that sounds awful, right? But when you look at it, when you look at where 37,000 falls on this chart, we were there at 37, actually lower than 30,000 right around 2022, and that was just 3 years ago. And so let's just take a moment to not panic, but just be patient, stay calm, and but to also take a step back and look at everything from over the past year, past 10 years, and just look at the history, look at how there's lots of ebbs and flows. This has happened before, okay? And yes, things are changing, and we need to be careful, we need to be watchful, and we need to be prepared. So y'all stay sassy out there, but keep it classy, and I'll catch you in the next video.